Alright it's your old mate Yorkie here. Welcome you back to essentially Tales Over Coffee, but recorded ahead because yesterday the physio turned out to be the physio nurse visiting, and today I've got to help my work with the physio. So it looks like there might be interruptions to the normal streaming schedule for the morning Tales Over Coffee for a while. And I'll do... Well, if you have preferences, let me know whether you prefer me to skip that morning or do record ahead, because videos aren't going to get the same number of views. I'm happy to skip them if you want, or I'm happy to drop them for people who want to see them. Anyway, we return now to the Thaumaturge, where I might be on the verge of being really upset with the game. I've made it clear who my insiders are, who the people I consider those I really love, those I support, etc. are. Lygia, my sister, first. Rasputin, second. Wanda, third. These coterie assholes I really don't care about, but I have a feeling I'm being forced down that route. And I don't like that. If that's what we're being forced into, I'm really going to be upset with that. Let's see what we can say to her first. Oh, there's also stuff over here. Letters. What can I tell you, my dear? Human acrimony knows no bounds, but one must believe in one's cause and doggedly take one step after another, however small and pathetic it may seem. Or at least that's what I've been telling myself so far. After years of fighting not so much against disease and poverty, but against prejudice and malice, I feel quite drained of strength, and am seriously considering the prospect of abandoning my work. The 1,000 needles stuck into my supposedly tough skin have left festering scars. First, the difficulties and refusals when I wanted to start a practice in Warsaw, after completing my studies in Zurich. Then the rejected candidacy for the Warsaw Medical Society, despite having a recommendation from Professor Hoyer. After that, there were the problems in Petersburg, miraculously interrupted by coincidence, thanks to which I became a doctor in the Sultan's harem. And finally, a cornucopia of unpleasant insinuations, which I was treated to by both press and my fellow doctors. They say you should look for your inner strength, because it is that strength that is needed most in times of darkness. However, I am sympathetic to you and your dilemmas. Do not hesitate to come and talk to me. My door is always open to you. Best regards, Anna Tomazuich Debrowska. I may pronounce those wrong. I'm not familiar with with Polish names. I apologise for that. Yeah, and the thing that I'm hoping from the game is you end up having to choose essentially the path that's the lace of two evils. Who you're going to sell out, who you're not going to. Because they're demanding I sell out Rasputin, the Thaumaturges, and Wanda they don't care about. They're going to screw her over. I'm not down with this. Anyway, examine. A game of chess interrupted halfway through. The army standing on the board are composed of figures and arguments. The bishop, of deep conviction, beats the rook. The black pawns prepare an heuristic ambush. The white knight gets ready for a counterattack, and so they remain, locked in battle in eternal suspense, frozen in a discussion interrupted by death. Chamail. After the burial, the deceased is visited by two angels, Mongara and Nakalia. If they were a good and devout person, God will inspire them to answer the angels' questions correctly. However, if they were not devout, they will become frightened and lose their ability to speak upon seeing the angels. Here are the questions that will be asked after death, and the answers that should be given. Who is the Lord? My Lord is the Almighty God, Allah. What is your religion? My religion is Islam. What is the name of your prophet? The name of my prophet is Muhammad. What is the name of your book? The name of my book is the Holy Quran. What is your Qibla? My Qibla is the stately Al-Kaaba. I don't know what Qibla and Al-Kaaba are. The rest I've understood so far. From whom did you hail? I hail from Adam. What peoples are your brothers in faith? The peoples of Abraham. Truly I am a Muslim. Alhamdu Is that Lila? I don't know what that means, sorry. But yeah, that's a beautiful edition of the book with Muslim prayers. Emir is a doctor and a Tata Falche who combines traditional medicine with scientific achievements. Can't get in there. Nothing else around here. Let's have a word with her.
You're checking if I'm not plotting?
I'm just cautious.
What do you want?
Who is Sarah Rifkin?
You saw my files at Konechkin's?
Yes.
Sarah Rivkin is none of your business.
See, that doesn't endear her to me anymore. You owe me.
I think you owe me one.
As far as I remember, you were the one who put me in the hands of Yochrana.
And then I got you out of them, alive.
Do you want the long story or the short one?
Long. I've got time.
Quiet. So, a Jewish orphan, Sarah Rivkin, was born in the Austro-Hungarian partition. When the street decides to end her, fortune sends her help in the form of a popular psychic, Madame Samira.
Okay.
Samira adopts Sarah as her daughter, and they become inseparable.
How touching. No, we'll keep listening.
Madame Samira can see more than others. She's the one who made Sarah realize her thaumaturgist nature. But Madame also has enemies who can reach her in the safety of her house. Sarah knows she has to disappear if she wants to stay alive.
So you took her identity. I guess it wasn't too hard for a Thaumaturge to act as a psychic.
Indeed.
Okay.
Were you close with Madame?
Wouldn't you be close with someone who raised you?
Depends.
Believe me, it's not so obvious to me.
It was Madame who taught me how to live, not the streets. She was unique. By adopting her name, I believe I saved her in a way.
I can
This
understand
is the
that.
least I can do to repay her.
Why did you decide to come here? With Madame's money, you could be anywhere.
Anywhere is neither worse nor better than here.
Fair.
The gaze of Samira's assassins won't reach here.
Ah,
Scowan's shackles do, however.
yes.
How did you meet him?
You'll know when you deserve to.
Okay.
Thank you for opening up to me.
Look out, I might start to like you.
Let me change the subject.
Finally, how long can you pity yourself?
I wasn't. That's a weird comment. Why you ran away with me?
What actually convinced you to run away with me?
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I'm not going that is prideful. He's assuming he impressed her, and I'm tempted to say that, but no. Freedom from connection from what we've read.
I
It's not
think
believing, of
that was
course.
the perfect opportunity to get off Konechkin's leash.
I wouldn't call it a leash, rather an entanglement.
A snare. Fair.
Am I right?
Perhaps.
The
What
Falche?
are your impressions after meeting our host?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being polite?
Well, I'm expecting her to talk, so I'm not going to throw that in her face.
I just wanted to know your opinion. If what we are planning here is going to work, you'll have to trust us at some point.
I'm not sure if he's a good Feldchair, but he seems to be an experienced thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would trust him. Not that I have any choice.
Alright.
I'll come
I'm
back
out.
later.
Sure.
If I'm forced to reject Rasputin, that will be extremely upsetting to the point where I don't know if I can complete the game. There should be a choice on that. I probably will still...
Ваши документы. Pardon? What don't you understand? Documents.
There's a decent chance I will still complete the game, but my heart won't be in it. Just like Red Dead Redemption 2 was a fantastic game, but Arthur's absolute commitment to Dutch, even as Dutch is selling him out, and going with Micah, who's ruining things for everyone. No, I hated that game at the end. I'm not going to say I'm innocent. That's the most suspicious thing you can do. As my late wife found out when visiting me for the first time in England, she was American, and was stopped at security desk at the airport heading back home, and got really nervous because she'd had a nightmare about being stopped the night before, and under pressure being asked questions. She was completely innocent. There was nothing going on. She said, I'm harmless. Not what you want to tell a security guard. Yeah, she was in the back room in no time. Alright. What is it about?
What is it? Can't one take a walk anymore?
Yet. Not with that book.
Stamping down the
Documents.
Thaumaturges.
I won't say it again.
Ryadovoy Streltsov, I'll take over. Documents, or are you deaf? Show them to me and you can be on your way.
Okay.
Why so nervous, officer? If it's papers you want to see, I'll show you. I've nothing to hide.
What documents do we have?
He's a magician, Captain.
What, am I blind? I can see he's a magician, but he's not the one.
Who are you hunting?
Show Harsho. You can go. Just watch yourself.
Which of the Thaumaturges are you hunting?
Who is the Tsar's army actually looking for on the streets?
Not you. A terrorist and a fugitive from the Citadel. Go now. I've got my eye on you. Streltsov, reinforcements are needed on Bzetska. Let's
Are you
go.
talking about our Tatar friend?
Yes, sir.
There are riots. Oh, problems everywhere now. Things have really exploded. Polish Gazette. Miracles at St Mary Magdalene Orthodox Church. Is that what they really are? Yesterday's service at St Mary Magdalene Orthodox Church featured an exorcism ritual performed by on a young boy whose soul had been taken over by an evil spirit. The spirit was expelled, but to the surprise of the believers, not by the priest, but a monk, certain G. Rasputin, who put himself between Father Kirill and the possessed child. The monk, using methods known only to him, freed the child from the fetters of the evil one, while insulting the clergyman and accusing him of incompetence. The hearts of the gathered people lit up like wildfire, and verbal and bodily altercations ensued. Our brave servicemen stepped in and restored order, arresting the troublemakers. What did Rasputin want to achieve? Was the riot part of his plan? Did he sincerely care about the welfare of the child? Perhaps the boy was not possessed at all. The truth remains unknown. Journalist notes. Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin. I thought it was Grigorovich for some reason. Don't know where I got that from. He is tall, well-built, penetrating gaze, and an intense smell. Smell of faith, zeal, something like that. What's going on? R. Supper for all, poor, rich, equality, overthrowing hierarchies. No, he emphasizes that he wants to preserve order. What is the goal? The good of Russia, Poland, everyone he talks about. Visions of doom, visions of fires, windstorms. He can fix everything. Faith is the answer. Must have faith. Cult? Fair question. That just faded before I could do anything. The Daily Courier, who is Rasputin? A true miracle worker or perhaps a charlatan? Nowadays, everyone is asking themselves this question as they observe the recent deeds of Grigory Yefimovich. He was born in Pokrovsk in an unknown year of the Lord. At the age of 19, he tied the knot and begat 4 children. Then he experienced an epiphany and began to devote himself more and more to God's service. It is said that he lived as a hermit, wandering from village to village, curing people of all kinds of ailments. After years of wandering, he became known as the monk who reaches people's hearts. He went to St. Petersburg, where his chasteness and sincerity of faith were not well received. More and more rumours were repeated about him, saying what a great hypocrite he allegedly was. He was supposed to passionately indulge in debauchery rather than prayer. In the end, he was chased out of St. Petersburg, and all trace of him disappeared until now. Time will tell what the mystic is planning to get out of his stay in Warsaw. We have something here. Bottle of wine. Cheap wine. Dimension word is too low. Okay. And then we have Rasputin.
You made it, my friend. Wonderful.
Is this miracle you were hoping for?
About what happened in the church. Did you get what you'd hoped for?
Yes, although bloodshed was not part of my plan. But apparently, such was God's will. But I'm sure we saved an innocent soul because God is with me. I have the power to heal.
Dude, it was
Time
me.
will tell, of course.
Anyway. How did you escape the church?
How did you get out of there?
What about you?
I'm not going to push him and say he's the second most important character to my character. As far as I'm concerned.
The military gave me a ride. Why didn't you help me when they locked me up in the Citadel?
God is my witness. Did I not send Lazarev to find you? Did they ask you anything during your captivity?
I didn't
I
betray
didn't
you.
say
Give me some
anything
reassurance.
against you, if that's what worries you.
It's good to know I can still count on your loyalty.
Okay.
It's good that you're here. That God guided you to me again.
What's the occasion? Do you want to thank me for something again?
Not today. Today, all of you gathered at this table are equally important.
Okay.
I want to celebrate you with this humble supper. I hope you'll join us.
Let's talk about the reporter
Did you
first.
invite the press?
My sermon must have made quite an impression on her. Good.
Fair enough. And the supper.
Tell me more about this occasion.
What do you want to know?
Who can I expect to see at this supper?
It's difficult to mention everyone. My flock keeps growing, but people are different. Strong, wise, weak, dumb. Some stumble and never get back up. They will be missed today. I pray for their souls. What's important is that you came back.
Why are you doing it?
You went to a lot of trouble to prepare this supper. To what purpose?
I wanted to meet, to talk, to show my gratitude to those of you who have persevered on the path of truth and stand with me despite adversity. Bless you.
No problem. and why this
The
particular
corner near
place
the
is a bit
brothel.
open.
It was cozier at the Nadarzyńskis.
But today, we wouldn't all fit. Look around and see how many believers we've gained.
Are you saying that they were attracted by the miracle at the church?
There may have been. It was a
Of
spectacle.
course, and a brothel is as good a place as any other. Better even.
Church
Here,
and a brothel,
rust
no
trumps
comment.
propriety, and nakedness is a symbol of truth. We're celebrating truth here today. Truth in community.
Fair enough. Let's change the subject.
That will do.
So, will you join us now?
I need to tell him about the coterie.
Grigori, we have to talk.
That sounded serious. And one should sit down before discussing serious matters.
Thought I was sitting.
Perhaps during supper. Will you join me?
All right. I accept the invitation. It's not going to let me talk to him about it.
All right, I'll
Right now.
stay. And what do you plan to do after supper?
God created a world and placed a beautiful garden within it in the east. Then, he placed a man there. The plan is for us to meet in paradise as well, because there we will get that which we deserve, my friend. No more, no less. Do you recall our conversation over your father's grave, when I asked who you feel you are?
Yes, I replied that I am defined by Thaumaturge.
Something I'm
And I
questioning
promised
after
you
meeting
all
the
of the
coterie.
Empire's thaumaturgic knowledge. And it will be so. So help me God.
I
I
trust you.
believe in what you promised me.
Amen. We'll talk more about the future soon, my friend. But my bladder's calling.
It may offer me a choice as to who I support, which is
Victor.
acceptable.
I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it does take place, you may believe that I am he.
What the hell? Well, that was impressive.
Water! People, give me water!
What's going on?
Is he dead?
That drink really went to the head, didn't it? What's going on? I'm not dead.
I'll get you. It's okay. Is this what death is like? An infinite void?
Maybe it is a choice. In which case, this game just went up in my opinion. Good. Because I say, a lot of games like this, the choices, yeah, they make small
Well,
changes, but that's
well,
generally all
well.
right.
Is this hell? Well, I could have seen it coming.
Over here.
I'm telling Mom, all you Thaumaturges are crazy.
Thaumaturges, Thaumaturges. Just realised that. Kind of mispronunciation a child has. This way. This way. Stepping away, it's over here, isn't it? Somewhere here. Not finding it. Maybe I have to find other things first.
And the teacher said, Victor, is there life here in the classroom with us right now? I almost pissed myself.
Cozy.
Okay. looks like there'd be something over here. Maybe not. No, I'm not getting anything. Maybe a path doubles back over there sometime.
Slow down. You'll get your clothes all dirty.
There's another.
I'm the head of this family, and I deserve respect.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's various paths that double back at times.
You'll put me in an early grave.
Okay. Looks like we might be getting out.
This is the end. You've lost.
What?
Did you not hear what I said? This is the end.
Leave me alone.
Be careful. Regularly fed pride is a powerful tool, but it may prove troublesome during the trial.
What trial? Is this some sort of court? Barbarit.
Yes. A trial over the conscience of Viktor Shulsky.
Of what do I stand accused?
And what weighs on your conscience?
I don't have Heart 7, so I can't do that. Of those, Lygia is
Your
most
twin
important.
sister. Despite not having your power, she was only ever kind to you in this cruel world. She was genuinely happy to have you come back to her. She was alone here, you know.
Attachment sister.
That's very noble of you. But is there room for a caring sister in your plans for the future?
Plans can
I don't
change.
think so.
Plans
Soon you
can
will
change.
be left alone again. And in time, no one will remember you.
Such is the fate of any man or woman. I don't have word 7.
Do you mean to say that you don't care? Supposedly, we only live as long as someone remembers us. After that, all traces of us disappear. Go on.
Can't do either of those. I don't have 6.
I'm not finished.
It's all right. We have all the time in the universe.
I wonder if I'm lacking development here. Think about Gollum.
Clay Colossus. A beautiful, destructive force.
The threat you visited upon us.
I'd be more developed
Yes.
if I'd had.
And do you understand why? Do you think that this curse was placed on me because of my flaw? Ultimately, the golem rests at your side, correct?
Yeah, I took it down.
Yes, I made the right decision, and I won't change my mind.
Go on.
Yeah, I'm lacking. Some
It's
other
not
thoughts.
over.
Certainly. So, what's next?
Interesting. I absolutely should have done some side issues, side quests. But I wonder, could I have got other senators before this? I assume they were part of the main story, but they may not be. They may come after you've got certain developments. Interesting.
You're a Thaumaturge. As was your father, your grandfather, and your great-grandmother. You've always thought of yourself as better than others because of that.
Better in that way, not as a person. That's
The
appeals to pride.
defendant admits to his own pride.
My power also reminds me daily of the disappointment I felt after you disposed of me instead of protecting me.
Rubbish. I always understood you and did everything to protect us, at any cost.
Yeah, protect yourself.
You're a fool if you still don't understand.
While we're in rebellion, you still don't understand.
Your pride
giving in to
won't
his
let
pride.
you admit that your truth may not be the only one. You were never.
And there's a lot of resentment, Dad. I
And
personally
the
think
Black
there's
Grimoire. You always coveted it. And behold, according to the last will, it's yours. Do you think this means you've never meant anything?
I personally think there comes a time to find understanding, but I've given so much pride to him when it's not affecting those I directly love, and I've got so much resentment to Dad that he's going to be going pride pretty much all the way.
You fight for the sake of fighting, but you no longer know why. Stand by your words, if you prefer.
How much longer?
That's enough. Accusations and evidence have been presented, and witnesses as well as jurors have expressed their opinions. Are you ready to hear the verdict? What do you think the trial has revealed?
It showed me that I always followed my conscience, even if it wasn't always to my benefit.
And you think that's the way it should be?
Yes?
Yes, a mature relationship with yourself is based on making compromises, not suppressing your conscience.
The verdict is not guilty. But your story does not end here. And it won't end until you begin on one of the paths.
You do choose!
About
Bravo!
Rasputin and the coterie?
There may be other paths available. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, bravo! Bravo! Bravo. Yeah, this just, boom, major thumbs up for not forcing that decision. Now, out of these two, Rasputin all the way. Alternatively, there may be other things, because as I said, Ligia is more important to me than Rasputin.
What do you want to tell me?
That you can reach the world, following paths less trodden. But now, focus on what's in front of you. So,
Okay, it's only those two. Then Rasputin.
why Rasputin? Did he even survive?
It's enough for me that he's not the coterie. I'd rather stand
They're
with
willing
him
to sell
than
everyone out.
support one of your dead ideas.
Then you reject what was meant for you. You reject your father's way.
Yes. Oh, the Black Grimoire
Are you
disappeared.
happy with events taking this course?
Yes, if that's what it takes.
Yes,
Be true to
I
myself.
want this.
So, remember what it is you're feeling now, when the time for the trial comes.
And you? What would you do in my place?
I died beneath that tenement house. What you see is an embodiment of your pride, conscience, or doubts. Those are the things you're arguing with. You don't. You are your own worst enemy.
Oh, hey, true. True.
Go now.
Wake up. If we meet again, we meet again. Well, major props for that. Loved it.
Let's meet in paradise, the garden near the fountain. You are Peter, a rock, and upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell shall not prevail against it.
But yeah, I'd assumed that the meeting the whatchamacallits occurred at certain points of the main story, and it does in a way. But I wonder if I'd built up the others, would I have met others as part of the main story, or are there other parts of the main stories that you get to at different points? Is it not in a strict order? That if so, that's really cool. Wasn't a bad dream. Examine the letter.
I have an idea who the author is, but I don't know how it's possible. I have no idea where to look for this paradise and garden.
Get out of bed.
I'll think about this later.
Let's have a read. The Morning Courier, September 29, 1905. Poisley on fire. A great tragedy occurred yesterday at a brothel in Poisley. A large number of people gathered for a communal feast outside the brothel, which was organised by a certain Gregory Rasputin, a monk and miracle worker. The feasting was violently interrupted when a bomb exploded in the building. Many people were wounded, the number of victims is unknown. Rumour has it that Rasputin himself, who disappeared in the flames, lost his life in the blast. Commiserations for all injured. Yeah, we're not buying that. Towel and water dish. The towel is still wet. Someone probably used it to lower a fever. How many times has she wrung out the towel? And the fever is still high. Let's hope everything ends well. Again, she tenderly placed it on her brother's forehead, trying to stifle the fear for his life growing in her heart. It's nothing. Everything will be fine. It has to be. Cup of cocoa. An unfinished... Oh, this Dresnia. Okay, oh, Grazina. An unfinished cup of cocoa has been sitting here for a while. The preparation of the hot beverage was accompanied by the realization that it's not a cure, but also, what better way to ease one's worries than a sentimental drink from a childhood? Master Victor was always fond of cocoa. Perhaps its aroma will jolt both his memories and his body. The love from this family, this nuclear part of the family here. Bottle of laudanum from Voronin. Only remnants of the concoction have been left at the bottom. The force with which the bottle was placed on the cabinet stirred up the concoction, floating within. Then, with a disciplined and angry hand, calmly unscrew the cap to extract the medicine from inside. Helplessness breeds anger. Drink, dear nephew, drink. Even Voronin. The care of the family. Family is a difficult subject. I could be accused of a lot of things when it comes to relationships with loved ones. However, they didn't turn their backs. They didn't erase me. And in a moment of crisis, they took care of me and were sincerely concerned about my health. Despite everything, that must mean something. And that also sealed fate that she is my number one. Gregory Rasputin has also helped me a lot, and he is my number two. Let me just check that. Sorry, my dear wife was messaging me, but it's something that can wait for now. The Morning Courier, September 21st, 1905. State of emergency, Governor General brings order to the streets. On the night of September 20th, our city was placed under a state of emergency by decree of Governor General Georgie Skellon. It is forbidden to leave home after dark and participate in gatherings. Patrols on the streets and identity checks by passers-by have been intensified. Therefore, people are asked to carry the documents with them. What caused such a radical reaction from officials? A number of factors contributed. The city is consumed by emotions, which various thugs give vent to on the streets, as we witnessed after the recent events at St Mary Magdalene's Church. On top of this, dangerous criminal thaumaturges have recently escaped from the citadel and are still at large. The explosion in the Poesley brothel that caused the deaths of many innocent people, including the miracle worker Rasputin, was the straw that broke the camel's back. Who is behind all this? Much has been said about the faults of the thaumaturges, who wreak havoc with their demonic powers, messing with people's heads. They think themselves above the law and make no secret of their contempt for the authority. Why should we tolerate their privileges? We must finally muster the courage and say enough. Anything in here? Nope. Bit of stuttering from the computer there. I don't think there's going to be anything up here now. No. Nope, not seeing any sparks anyway, so let's go downstairs and talk to Ligia, my dear sister. The Daily Courier, September 22nd, 1905. Tsarevich Alexei's birthday ball. A ball celebrates Tsarevich Alexei's first birthday will be held today in Dolinka Shacharska Park. Apparently, recent turbulent events and the imposition of a state of emergency. The celebration will proceed. What we all need today is a ray of sunshine in the dark sky, which is a reminder of the hope and future of the Rasputin Empire, the Russian Empire, the Tsarevich Romanov. Among the guests will be a group of the most respected residents of Warsaw, Moscow, and St. Petersburg. A fireworks show and other attractions have been planned, which Warsaw residents will be able to witness from the windows of their own homes. As editors, we join in the good wishes. May the clouds recede before the light, the radiance of which is reflected in the Tsarevich's innocent face. Happy birthday. Yeah, no sparks, so...
Ligia?
Christ, don't sneak up on me like that. How do you feel?
Thank you for taking care of you.
You took care of me. Thank you.
Forget it. I wouldn't have managed it on my own. Grażynka.
And she deserves thanks and a raise too.
Are you sure you don't want to rest some more?
How is she?
Where is Grażynka?
She left to get some supplies. It's hard to buy anything now, but...
Then I need to find her.
She left yesterday and still hasn't come back.
Then I need to find her.
Maybe she just had to hide somewhere and is waiting.
Did someone come here when I was asleep? Did we have any visitors?
Apart from myself, Uncle, and Grażynka, I didn't let anyone in. The streets are not safe. Why do you ask?
I found an unusual letter on the nightstand about a garden of paradise.
What letter? The only garden that's being talked about now is the one at Dolinka Szwajcarska. The Tsar and his entourage are planning to have a garden party in a park there.
Would you use the phrase garden in the east to describe Dolinka?
In the east? Dolinka is south of here. The only eastern thing about it is its guests.
What is this party at Dolinka Szwajcarska?
The Tsar is celebrating his son's birthday.
Yeah, we just read that.
Is everything all right? You look concerned.
That's because I am. Whatever is happening on the streets right now, it scares me.
That makes sense.
Is that why you unearthed Papa's musket? Does it still work?
Did she?
Just now I thought I would find out. Before you woke up, they shot a man on our street. He crawled away somewhere, but he was bleeding so badly. The entire city has gone insane. The Governor General has closed the borders and isn't letting anyone leave. People have barricaded themselves in their homes.
Maybe the Russians are waiting for us to kill each other ourselves. And they may be right.
Only madmen roam the streets now.
I'm not going to let you get... well, let her speak first.
I know it has to end someday, but God is my witness. I don't know what will be left of this city. I don't know what could stop this madness. Did you intend to inform me that you escaped from the Citadel?
I've just regained consciousness.
I've just risen from the dead. Besides, I didn't want to bother you. At least until I came up with a solution.
And how is that going?
I'm considering a few options. Give me some time.
I'm just worried about you. Besides,
And I am about you.
I guess I'm most worried about Grażynka right
Yeah,
now.
I want to find her.
Do you know if anything happened to the store?
I didn't even want to try to get in there to check.
I
You
understand.
shouldn't go there right now.
And the situation in the
This
city?
chaos in the city. How long has it been going on?
3 days. Uncle brought you here, half dead, 3 days ago. Do you know what day it is?
Hold on.
The last day of summer.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
No?
You have risen from the dead. That has to be enough. for
Is
me.
it a gift-giving ceremony
At
normally?
least until Christmas.
Okay. Carriage?
Grażynka.
Is it? Let's hope so. No. Authorities.
I thought I'd
Come
find
for
you
the
worse
Thaumaturge.
health. I see you once again managed to avoid the consequences of your decisions. I'm afraid I must put a stop to this. You are under arrest for taking part in a conspiracy against the Tsar and engaging in terrorism. You'll also be held accountable for escaping from the Citadel and for your active support of the Socialists, the enemies of the Empire. Your brother didn't bother to mention that, Miss Ligia? You'll be coming with us, Mr. Shulsky.
Well, you can try.
Try and force me, Chief.
Why do you torment our family? What are you hoping to get out of it? And how the hell did you get the keys to our house?
Dear Ligia, please try to understand that it was your brother who brought these dark clouds down upon your family. I'm just trying to disperse them without bloodshed.
No, you're not. You're trying to
If
get
you
rid of
don't
everyone.
resist, I give you my word that no harm will come to your sister. Shall we?
I wonder why what the star represents. Acquired knowledge or context required. Okay.
You are leaving. Straight to hell, you son of a bitch. If you think you'll take me away from my own home, you are mistaken. No, Chief. We'll finish this here.
I didn't receive an invitation, so I decided to drop in on my own.
But it's
After all, today is a Shulsky family holiday.
Mr. Niedziec, Warsaw will get rid of 2 pests today.
We seem to have some unfinished business.
Get in line.
I'll gladly watch. And because they'll probably botch the job, I just might finish it for them. My way.
Well, you really don't want to do that, Oberitsi. I thought you were here to help, but you're not. Oh, dear God, look at how much they've got there. This might not be doable. You're healing every time. You are reducing... Ooh. Alright, start the fight. put that on you. And then that'll get rid of your power. I'll leave him for now. Add more suffering to you. You didn't get rid of his state at all. I am too low. Okay. What's that state? Eight. Alright, we're okay at the moment. Oh, they are going down hard and fast. Good. Three. Hang on, you're about to go down anyway, so I don't need to do you. Let's have one of them do you. Let's stick more on you. Then you got 15. That should be enough for you. I will get hit by everyone, but I can have the other heal me afterwards. Oh, not everyone, because he's down. Oh, you're at 21, sorry, but you're going to take a whack from that as well. 6. Taking some heavy hits here. Right. That'll get him before them. Now you hit with that, and I'll recover a bunch of health points. Ow. Hang on. I've done the wrong thing there, I realised. Two to 6. Because he can't get negative states, can he? That's what I'm doing wrong there. Oh, he can get negative states. I'll only heal 8 this time, but I still want the healing. Now, let's see about taking you down, shall we? Golem. He's healing more than I can do. And I can't disable it. What happens if I double it? I've got plenty of health right now. What about you? 18 to 21? But it is very slow. Still learning about how much you can stack these sufferings, I don't know. $11 to 14, but that is slow. We'll take it. $2 to 6. Stars 10 health, I'll take it. Slowly going down. Two turns more on the suffering. 17 to 20, and maximum health as well. How about that one? 18 to 21. And we're both getting before him. Got him.
I won't beg for mercy, if that's what you were hoping for.
I don't really have any for you,
I had a
mate.
feeling these incompetent blockheads wouldn't finish the job. It's a good thing I loaded my gun today.
You've just been presented with an opportunity to return to the path of righteousness, Mr. Nyenjits. Perhaps you'll...
Shut up, ghoul! Friendship is dying here.
Shut up.
Did I choose the wrong moment? Fine. I'll wait.
Will you leave my fresh corpse to your sister as a gift? Blood soaks into stone for many long years. A unique birthday gift.
You're done.
Yes. You're a born murderer, after all.
Yeah, I saw you
What
what
are
you
you
wanted to do
waiting
to my
for?
sister. You can go.
I'm not waiting.
Victor.
The Shulsky family. We'll never be squared up now. You owe me a debt because I won't give you up. Unless you force me to. Curtain call. Nejits exits the stage. Silence follows.
All pants and no trousers. What is it? I don't know what he's called.
I guess we have to clean up in here.
Anyway, all back and no
it's better
bag.
that Grażyna doesn't see it when she returns.
Yes. Done. It doesn't even show.
It's as good as it gets. Rest in peace, Chief.
Alright, now we're heading out this way. Back inside. And there's my Hooper, my original senator.
You've known me better than anyone for so many years. You were always with me, and you always will be. We have to talk about our future. Any ideas?
Pride's too high for that. So all I can do is
Do you
just
think Rasputin could have survived? The letter, yes. But it doesn't decide anything. He could have sent it before visiting the brother. But if he's alive, can we trust him?
We do.
He may take us to see the Tsar, but what will be the price? On the other hand, if everything works, I can become more powerful than ever. Russia will give me all the knowledge I could ever want.
There is no choice there, as I said. Lygia is my primary. But if she's not part of the options, then Rasputin is my secondary. If he wasn't part of the options, Wanda, who is also not part of the options, but Rasputin is, the quarterly doesn't matter. They're willing to sell anyone out? Screw 'em.
Let's not waste any more time. Let's see if our bearded monk is even alive. And let's fight for our position on the Tsar's court. I won't be
Lost
needing
Father's
this
Grimoire.
anymore. Farewell, Father. Let's go to Paris.
Good closure as well. Props for allowing that and another one, which I don't know what it was. But there was another choice as well. Increases damage by an additional 100%. And they're going to be suffering. Because I always use suffering first. Oh, that sounds good, but that's the one. I wonder if the others would have come from side quests.
Did I scare you?
I know you had to do it, otherwise you would have been in his position. What's next? What do you intend to do?
I've thought of a good ending for our story. I'll find Rasputin. He can get me an audience with the Tsar himself.
But he's dead.
I don't think so. I think he also wants me to follow him.
Under normal circumstances, I would say you'd better go to bed, but I hope you're right.
And if I can build up a relationship with the Tsar, I mean, we know that the revolutions are coming in the Second World War, so it doesn't matter long term, but that would mean that I could also build up her business, or help her build up a business, buy her probably royal approval, whatever. So that does support Ligid as well. I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you, sister.
You can always come back. Besides, we're not dying. We're just parting ways.
Absolutely, Ligid. Absolutely.
All right.
Only if it's safe. I'll do the same.
Where will you write to? You don't know
Safe
exactly where I'm
travels,
going.
little brother.
Send it to the Tsar's palace? Kitchen knife, one of Gretia's, Grzinska's kitchen implements. Lately, the hand has been gripping the knife's handle more and more tightly. Chop. Can't give in to worry. Chop. It's no longer safe. Chop. What they want with Thaumaturges. They're good people. Chop, chop. Love you, Grzinska. Alright. Then it is time to leave and find Rasputin.
I need a carriage. Is this one free?
Sir, they want a bribe from me. Help.
Look, Private. This one's even got a book. The brass will be happy. Tell these two about their rights.
You have none. By virtue of the decree on the martial law, you have been classified as suspicious characters. We will escort you to the Citadel.
Unless some sort of a gift convinces us you are innocent.
So this what soldiers of the Russian Empire look like. A bunch of pathetic bribe takers with no honor and no sense of duty.
Suit yourself, magician. We'll see just how much honor you have when you end up in the Citadel.
You think so?
Let's get him.
If you say
Doesn't
so,
have
dude.
to be in one piece.
Right, you are... reduce impact on focus by 1. You are... what's this as well? Oh. Just a couple to get the focus out of there. Let's start the fight. What does that one do? I've got a random state coming on. Bleeding for 5 turns. Just damage 1. Oh, you can't get new negative traits. Duh! That was stupid of me. Just do a quick attack. It's okay. It's actually on you. Do a planned. And you. With you. Get rid of that. You're going down. There you go.
Dear sir, I have no idea what you did to them, but today I will drive you for free.
Thank you.
We just have to be careful. Some of the districts are cut off by the authorities. Still, today's rides are on me.
Thank you, sir. You are a scholar and a gentleman. Or at least a gentleman.
The Tsar is about to give his speech, and you're loafing around? Get to work.
No grunt tells me how to be a waiter. Do you want to switch?
Attention, we have an audience. Are you lost, sir? The entrance for guests is on the other side of the park.
I make my own entrances.
Carry on. I'm not even here.
There's something I haven't seen, so... Here. Jacket, clean, very well cared for. He hangs the jacket carefully, watching not to make any creases or a spot on the fabric. He blew off a speck of dust, making sure the jacket was in perfect condition. Not only does his existence depend on it, but his family's too. The jacket means work, and work means life. Military boots. One is polished to shine, while the other is muddy. Forced to polish his shoes, he couldn't believe he was doing it. It's demeaning. It's outrageous enough. The conviction that he was not a servant took over, and he threw his shoes, wanting to fight for what was due to him, or at least a modicum of respect. And... draw a conclusion. Communist Manifesto, Karl Marx! Printed underground, it has been read many times. Words, read countless times, still ignite the heart and mind in the same way. Despite his familiarity with the reading material, he shouted the words of awe and bedazzlement time and time again, unable to contain the heat of ideological excitement. Upsetting the order. There is considerable tension between soldiers and waiters in the theological grounds. The uniformed men feel they stand higher in the hierarchy and take advantage of their position. But there is a fire of revolution burning in the heart of one of the waiters, which can easily be stoked enough to burn others. He should then see to it that nothing happens to his jacket.
Excuse me.
Speak, man. What is it?
You're struggling under the bourgeois boot. You've carried a sense of injustice for a long time now. Don't let the Tsar's dogs smother you. Even if you lose your job, at least you will keep your dignity.
Respect the uniform. You can clean our boots, lousy waiters.
Calm down.
The hell I will. I've been calm for long enough, and I've had it. Arise, the damned of the earth!
Be careful not to dirty your precious jacket with all the blood that's about to gush from your nose.
Worry about yourself.
Alright.
Not
I
bad.
am now dressed as a waiter.
Not bad at all. I haven't been here in a while.
No, but we're here now, aren't we? Anything over here? I doubt it. No. No, we got nothing. I'm not going to go all the way over there. Might open up something later, but for now...
I felt something. Where is it?
Right there.
Interesting.
Prayer beads. Looks like ones belong to Rasputin. There's a feeling of excitement clinging to the beads that's hard to conceal behind a poker face. The conclusion of the long-term plan is so close. Just a few more moves on the board. Checkmate and a win. One win. Victor. On the board. Where I'm the king and you're the queen. The rest are pawns. Looks like there's 3 routes here. Maybe all roads lead to Rome, as they say.
The things people come up with.
Prayer book from Rasputin. Some pages are stuck together, and many are missing. On the tattered cover, there's a trace of the contempt that Magdalena's fanatical devotion is met with. Initially, her commitment was desirable, but enough is enough. She lacks knowledge and refinement. Without proper quality of the mind, she'll be nothing but a liability. Let's put an end to it now, Victor. But there was something over here too. Magdalena. He died, but he'll live again.
Magdalena?
I didn't expect to see you here, Thaumaturge.
I received a personal invitation from Rasputin.
So did I. He summoned me to preach about his second coming. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future, for his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
What do you remember about the explosion?
What do you remember from this explosion?
Chaos. Blood. It's hard for me to talk about it.
And the Nadezitsky family?
What about Aniela and Lucian?
They are no longer with us. They are already enjoying the afterlife.
Fair enough.
Awaiting salvation.
Do you think they deserved such a fate?
Each of us has a different fate in store for them. Aniela was chosen. She died at Grigori's side. And Lucian just disappeared one day. I think he might have left because his fate wasn't strong enough.
That could be.
I don't want to talk about them anymore. I need to have clarity in my heart.
Do you believe someone wanted to kill Rasputin?
Of course. The first Christians were also thrown to the lions. Satan laid his hand on Grigori and tried to break him. But he will not bend. He will defeat death and return.
And your
I
mission.
see you found your calling in evangelism.
My heart is filled with love, so I preach the good news. Let everyone prepare for Grigori's coming. Everything is possible for those who believe.
Alright, so I still
I'll
need to
let
find
you work.
things.
It's a mission, preaching the truth. For I tell you, having faith in yourself is treacherous, but having faith in him is the right way.
There's the first. From Magdalena, attempt at writing, pages written in scribbled handwriting with numerous errors. She guided her hand extremely calmly, but no. The pen slipped and made a blob. And again, straight, same thing again. She's still learning, which takes time. Hard work doesn't scare her. And for the time being, she'll make up for her shortcomings with a sincere heart and zeal. Then we have here... chair at the ball, an ornate oak chair with expensive upholstery. She felt the softness of velvet under her fingers. Hitherto unknown to her, her heart opens. Memories flood in. In the countryside, they didn't have such things. All the chairs were hard, wobbling, and crooked legs. Our home, never mind the chairs. She would gladly sit on them next to her mama and papa. Magdalena's efforts. Magdalena makes up for her lack of education with lively zeal and sincere desire to preach the word of God, or the word of Rasputin. She tries with all her might to be a worthy apostle, devoting herself to her studies, even though she finds it difficult. Deep in her heart, however, she longs for home and rural simplicity, which she's more familiar with. Nothing up here. Okay.
You're disturbing.
From a poor village to high society, all eyes are turned on you today.
I wanted a better life, not applause, and work to help my mama and papa.
And how does standing here in a beautiful dress among the cream of Warsaw society help your parents?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen them in a long time, and they can't write. What I do, that's not important. All is as it must be.
Sense of alienation. Make her reject Rasputin. Accuse her of not trying hard enough, you're not swept away by her speech.
You preach the word of God, or the word of Rasputin, I guess. But are you doing it well enough?
My intentions are pure, and my thoughts well considered.
But they're not burning with the heat of true faith. You didn't captivate me.
Judgment Day is coming. God's day of reckoning with you, sinner. Do you wish to burn in the fires of hell for eternity? Or do you want to bathe in the glow of divine grace? Do you think you deserve it?
What's going on here? Take your prayers to church. No one wants to hear them here. Come with us, madame.
You don't understand.
Well, she's gone. See what else we can find. Where are we going? Something up here.
Hello, sweet secret.
Small portrait of the Virgin Mary, traced Rasputin. He touched the image of the Virgin Mary with reverence until he thought of her, Maria, the Saviour's false mother. They have nothing in common but the name. It makes weak minds even weaker by distorting the perspective. That's what Maria is like, weak but loud. We need to silence her, my friend. Silver cutlery and properly arranged set of cutlery. She kept nervously rearranging the cutlery while her gaze wandered in search of Grigori. He told her to come here. Since he did, he must have had good news for her. Maybe he will finally accept the child. Maybe things are about to change. The way of life will improve. Maria's plans. Maria's pregnant. This is good news for her, but not necessarily for the others. They see it as a threat to their position in the flock. Maria, on the other hand, sees this as an opportunity for a better life for herself. With Rasputin, the alleged father of the child, would be able to provide for her. All of this called into question her real commitment to the cause.
I can't eat anymore. Pass. Well, maybe just a piece of...
Maria?
It's good that you're here. Bring me another piece of meringue with an extra serving of strawberries. And maybe a plate of cooked meats.
Maybe you'd like some baked potatoes with that?
Why not? I'm eating for two after all.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it is.
I've been so distracted lately. You know, being with child and all.
Let's talk about the
you
explosion.
believe that Rasputin survived the explosion?
He who believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. He who
Wow,
believes
he is
in
manipulating
me
them.
shall live forever. But it's a shame about Aniela. Silly woman, she could have been here with us. Oh well. I have to think about someone else now.
Congratulations. Who's the lucky father?
For behold, from henceforth, all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty have done to me great things. Pretty, isn't it? I'll be giving birth to a savior. Grigori loves me more than all of you.
Yeah, about that.
Do you think Rasputin is the father?
A mother knows these things. But why should I explain it to you?
Something's eluding me. I want to find out what it is.
Maybe we'll talk some other time.
Then I can make my final decision. This is going too far away from her. It can't possibly be this way. That must be the whatever the third thing is. Is there... I'm not finding it. Alright, we'll just deal with one of the other two.
Have you seen Pickles anywhere?
Do you think Rasputin is the father?
A mother...
Listen, you and your child are not safe here. And you won't be if you choose to keep playing Rasputin's game.
You're just jealous. The prince is losing his grip on the throne. Admit it. When Rasputin gets a proper heir, you'll be a nobody. All my life, I've relied on myself and the streets. And now? Now my life will change.
You're kind of naive there. I express sympathies.
I'm sorry, really, but after what you've been through, you should think about yourself now, and the child. Get out of here.
You won't get rid of me, and I'll repeat all of this to Grigori. You can't be trusted.
Listen, you and your child are not...
You're just... all my...
Aren't you a little old for fairy tales? Stop deluding yourself.
You know what? Fuck off. You always seemed like bad news.
Rasputin may
She's not
promise
happy.
you something, but as soon as he has the opportunity, he'll shed the burden that you will both be to him. Just think about it. You know what he's capable of.
I need to think. Leave me alone.
Curse fate, such misery. Looks like that might have worked. Down this way. Something over here.
The things people come up with.
Cartridge belt, a soldier's shoulder belt that carries cartridges. The belt emanates with a strong conviction. A man of war never lays down his arms, and as soon as the fighting quiets down, seeks his next cuisine. This is dangerous, especially when the plan is so close to being finalized. One must know when to kill. You have to know it, Victor. Rasputin. Follow the thread. Rasputin is not hiding his plan. He wishes to remove any unnecessary pawns from the board. He made it clear to me that there's only room for one person at his side. I can't be a pawn on this board. I have to be the figure that will perform the checkmate.
Shulsky. Interesting sight. A bourgeois waiter. You do realize that you are still a wanted man?
I'm here on a mission. I assume you're here for similar reasons.
Rasputin chose me to be the executor of his work.
No, he didn't. I'm sorry, but he didn't.
Where were you when Rasputin was blown up along with Aunt Yaja's brothel?
I was where he had ordered me to be. I don't question it.
And if he told you to organize the explosion, you wouldn't question that either?
This is none of your business, Shulsky.
What part of Rasputin's will are you trying to execute here?
I am Yeritel, the Angel of Destiny. I am his sword against false acolytes. Maybe you're one of them.
Let's keep searching.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Right there for one. Holstered weapon. A pretty leather holster with a pistol in it. Weapons carry a strong belief in the righteousness of taking lives. It doesn't make sense to kill in a war for an idea. But Grigory has shown that it's different to fight for a goal in which one firmly believes. For him, I will kill without hesitation, and I will not. I will be not only forgiven, but rewarded. A short letter, a crumpled piece of paper with Russian writing on it. He read the letter in a warm heart and then crumpled it, eager to get rid of all trace of his special mission. He proudly stuck out his chest, ready to unleash it. Unleash hell, if it would bring heaven closer. Grigory asks, Grigory receives. Lazarev's devotion. Lazarev was defined by death. Participation in war, constant brushes with the Grim Reaper, and the taking of life have turned him into a killing machine that only needs to be pointed at a target. Rasputin knows how to exploit this. He made him his puppet, giving the killing a purpose. Lazarev's devotion makes him all the more dangerous. And that is all we've got there, I believe. Yep. This is probably going to be a fight.
Let's talk more about your holy mission.
My patience is thin, magician. Should I punish you?
A little manipulation there.
Your body came back from the battlefield, but your mind and heart are still out there, fighting. After what you've seen and what you've done, you can't let go of the fear.
But Rasputin took me in and guided me from the land of the dead. He saved my life, and that's why I serve him.
His help is an illusion. With him, your fight will never end. Don't take lives in the name of a false prophet. Leave in peace, Lazarev.
In peace. And you? What about you? You also need to break free. Calm. Feel the calm in your heart again.
He's gone. Go to the Tsar's speech. Alright, your little pawns are gone, Rasputin. This way.
Nice outfit. Are you serving refreshments
Wonder.
to your people tonight? I didn't think I would see you again. And yet, here you are.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I doubt you came for the party.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, death for death.
Oh, wow. See what we can find.
I don't care what you do, as long as you don't get in my way. Goodbye.
Farewell.
We'll talk again.
Thaumaturge.
Here's Wanda. Draw conclusion rose. Wonder who left it here. The thorns hurt her fingers, but she doesn't notice. She put the flower back on the marble railing. Since the rose can't adorn his grave, let it forever remain a place of vengeance. Feels right. She touches the weapon hidden under the clothes. It's warm. She's waiting for Scallon. The wild card. Someone is carrying a gun and plans to kill Scallon. And I think I know who. Wanda. There's no way she'll make it out alive. It's a suicide mission. On top of that, her actions could interfere with the Coteries' plans. I don't care about the Coteries' plans. I'm done with them. I should talk to her. Okay, I will talk to her because I don't want her to die, but...
Wanda?
I told you to leave me alone.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Scallon.
I was going to start with Koniechkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Geneth.
Yeah, it did.
So it's Scallon's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
And you will die.
That's madness. Even if you manage to do it, you'll die a moment later.
I don't have many reasons to live.
Young Yannick.
Yannick needs you. He barely made it out alive from the Citadel. You can't leave him now.
Ugh.
You'll have your revenge. I swear. But now go home and let me act.
Okay. That's taken that away. I thought about saying the revolution, but honestly, she's going to desert that. She's going to know I don't mean that as soon as we support the Tsar. Depending what Rasputin plans to do exactly.
Friends, today on the birthday of our son and successor, our Father's words show the direction of our thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength and rightness of autocratic power. We are summoned to reaffirm that power and preserve it for the benefit of the people from any encroachment. Today, as this storm rages in the streets, and evil has penetrated people's souls and settled in them for good.
There's a little Sadovich.
There. Quiet, Milutka. Nie znaju. Što proizhodjet?
Do not fear.
Here comes my boy.
I am with you always, even until the end of the world.
Stay where you are, or I'll send you to hell once more. Wasze Imperatorskie Величество, he's a dangerous man. There's no telling to whom he sold his soul to be here.
Нет. Grigorий Yefimovich Rasputin, я слышала о вас. Come closer, please.
So the reputation as the lover of the Russian Queen starts, does it? Is that a Boney M song? Rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian Queen. There was a cat that really was gone.
Blessing upon you, Alexei Nikolaevich.
God has brought you back to life to help him.
Eto Judah.
Speaking of miracles, I think I have a lot to tell about it.
You do?
Vouch for Rasputin.
I am here to bear witness to Rasputin's miracles. He has snatched me away from the embrace of death, and I believe he will do the same for the Tsarevich. Look, he is standing here before you, even though 3 days ago I was watching him die. This man is a true miracle worker.
And who are you, man?
My name is Viktor Shulsky. I'm a Thaumaturge.
What? Arrest him! He's a fugitive and a terrorist!
Quiet, infidel. This is a converted sinner to whom we should show nothing but mercy. He's a good man and a loyal acolyte. A sinner, but he has redeemed his guilt as he acted on my behalf, trying to protect me from infidels. People like Stalin. Any last word before we become a legend?
Well done. They hang on your every word, especially Tsarina Alexandra.
Her faith is unfaltering, like yours. Thank you for believing in me. Ready to celebrate success?
Indeed. I don't think he needs a reminder. How does hypnosis work?
I've never asked you before, but how
That is a good
exactly do
curiosity.
your abilities work?
What's the point of knowing if they work? I'm not a thaumaturge, if that's what you're asking.
So you won't tell me?
Victor, not everything can be comprehended. Sometimes you must trust and believe. Ready for the happily ever after?
We're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm severely questioning myself,
Am I
but
wrong?
in this case he's got
Welcome to
enough
the
reason
new
to stick with
reality,
him, and I will. And enough impetus to go forward,
The great
power for
Russia
himself,
needs
strength
people
for his
like
sister.
him. Powerful and capable thaumaturges. That kind of power is worth having by your side. I know what I'm talking about.
If the mystic says so, then so be it. We consider this man's trespasses non-existent.
Thank you.
Tsarskoye Cielo will accept the Thaumaturge, if that's your will.
What do you say, my friend?
I express gratitude in this
Imperial
case.
Majesty, it's
That's
an
a wise
honor.
choice.
I vow to loyally serve you personally and all of Russia.
So help you, God.
I believe what we've just witnessed here is a harbinger of good changes.
I wonder if we'll find out more about
we will secure a
Rasputin's
strong and
powers.
healthy future for us all. And now, let's celebrate. Long live Alexei, my son.
Long live Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin.
Long live me.
Epilogue. Alright, looks like we're marching towards the end here. Tsar's Hamlet, February 17, 1906.
Are you busy?
I'm just offering a short prayer. God will forgive. What brings you to me?
I came to say goodbye. I'm leaving.
So suddenly? Even a Rasputitsa won't keep you here?
I'm afraid not. Such an opportunity may not come again.
Is that a female
Would
Rasputin?
you care to reveal some of the mystery to me?
Well, say why we're leaving.
Manchuria calls to me.
What is it you're going to chase halfway around the world so suddenly?
China.
There is something
Isn't it?
going on in there that I think may be the work of a powerful salutor.
Your appetite isn't waning. How will you endure the journey back with such pain?
Relax. There are places in the Middle Kingdom that can help me.
Be careful.
Time for me
Actually?
to go. Ride me.
Victor, do me a favor and buy some of their patent medicines for me.
Send me a list. Be well.
Go with God, my friend.
They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? I burned the Black Grimoire and deserted those who had counted on me. I chose Rasputin. I chose myself. And the coterie? It never came into being. Its would-be members probably dispersed like dust in the wind and vanished in the chaos-ridden streets of the city. I hope they survived. Ligia is in St. Petersburg with me. I thought she could start over here, but without her ambition, she has become...
I wasn't sure about that. Sorry, Ligia. That one makes me feel guilty.
I prefer it that way. I hardly recognize her. I'm worried about the lack of news from Uncle Sasha. When we left Warsaw, the situation was tense, and now they say it's
Ligia's making me feel guilty. Shit.
The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way. And what about Abaurice? I've got a letter from him with a detailed description of the torture I will be subjected to should I return to Warsaw. Sounds almost like a challenge. The situation in the city is tense. Warsaw has been divided between those seeking a bloody revolution and those who'd rather see cooler heads prevail. The stalemate will not last long. The fisherman of Povishna has not been captured. The locals still find bodies on the riverbanks, but no one is surprised anymore. The neighborhood is falling into a strange kind of apathy. As for the Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells, where the rebellious students were locked up. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.
Nice. I won't say my favourite game. It does have its faults. I think the speech was flat. But honestly, if that's the worst fault I've had, that's not bad. Also, I didn't realise until late on that, because it was showing the main missions up here, the mission you've got selected, I didn't realise you go into your journal to see a lot of side missions, so I missed out on a lot. But there's a lot of good about this. The fact that you're deciding, I know there's at least one option that I could follow that I missed. I think because of too high a pride, but it might have been other things. I missed a number of the saluters, 3 of them I think. So I missed out there. Which I would have got, I'm absolutely certain, if I'd done the side quests. There's so much, and this absolutely, I don't know if I'll do it right away. And I don't know that I'll do it on channel. Probably not, because it hasn't been that popular on channel. But this absolutely... I'm not surprised it wasn't popular, by the way. It's not an epic RPG like, say, Wrath of the Righteous, Baldur's Gate, things like that. It's very much a personal one. And it's not epically graphic like Hellblade was or anything like that. But the story writing, also the setting, 1905 Warsaw is not a popular. It's a. I'm going to use the word, and it's not quite the right word, but it's amusing when you think of what Rasputin was doing. It's a cult following rather than a mainstream following. It's a niche. That's probably the better word. A niche following. That doesn't make it bad. It means most people won't be interested. Honestly, before I tried this on Next Fest, I probably wouldn't have been interested myself. But I have absolutely freaking loved this. No two ways about it. This has been wonderful. And it absolutely does demand another playthrough from me where I try and do everything, choose different options, and so on. The options do make a difference. I wasn't sure if they would, and I'm sure a lot of it does play out the same. But as I say, I could have followed forming the coterie, Rasputin as I did. There were probably options to sell people out there. I'm not sure of that bit, but there may have been. I'm guessing there were. There was another third option that I didn't get to use. I could have handled the interaction with my dad in the dream or whatever differently. You know, the trial thing. There were a bunch of other things. There's a lot more storyline and so on in the side quests. I love this game. This has been an absolute success as far as I'm concerned. And it wasn't that expensive. Definitely has been worth buying. For the price, if it was a $70 game, I might reduce it by a point or two. For the price, given the complaints I do have about it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And you can feel free to disagree with me if you want. Well, my friends, that is the end of this. I'm going to open a vote for what to bring next. I think I know what it's going to be, because one of the things on the vote is going to be the new Life is Strange double exposure. But there'll be other options there too. Brilliant. Brilliant. This definitely I have to play through myself again. Alright, my friends, I will see you around. Happy Halloween tomorrow. And that is when we'll start a run of something that I feel like playing myself. I think actually that'd be a great time to bring Inscription back to see what we can do in Chapter 2. I'll see you then.